EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal it's time for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the New England Patriots. Tirico along with Greg Olsen, the kicker. Andres Borregales has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Gillette Stadium. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special, and needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Chiefs first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. But I don't think it's going to be his last.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. A big pickup there for the Chiefs. 31 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is first and goal. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Walker is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. Walker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Williams. He'll work his way across the 25-yard mark. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5. Again, it's Henderson, and they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. They're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. We'll go play action with May. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On 4th down, Bryce Baringer out to punt for New England. Back deep for KC, Xavier Worthy. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Chiefs offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
3rd down, 3 to go. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That is caught. He finds Walker. 18 yards on the connection. 1st down, KC.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll run the draw with Walker. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Walker. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. He's able to pick up the first down.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Rice open. He's got it. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
2nd and inches. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
This caught right side by Worthy. He's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple, and now we've got 3rd down coming up.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
That's dropped off for Walker. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Travis Kelce, touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
Tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Patriots offense ready for their second possession. They're in an early hole, 14-0. Gotta start digging out soon. Begin this drive, 1st and 10. To start this drive. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he gets it to about the 34-yard line.
A really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
To throw on first down is May. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Open man, right side. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs. And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff, and it's Henderson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 14 on the pickup. First down, New England.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now, May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give him 13 on that screen play, and a first down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, here's May. He'll get this out to Henderson. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's Madden. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
No issues there. This one is good. And the Pats get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Throwing is Mahomes. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Off-balance throw, it's complete. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. We are through 1. 14-3 is the score. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2. 2nd down, 8 yards to go as we are ready to get back underway. Here's a handoff to Walker. Past midfield to the 45. And he will get all the way down to the Patriots' 32-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. A gain of 26 yards. 1st down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do. The
run up the middle, it's Walker. and he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal. Their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is first and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Jared Wiley. Touchdown, KC. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs move out to a 21-3 advantage. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Once more, it's Henderson, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
17 yards on that play. Good for a Patriots first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. That is Omar Norman Lott there to bring him down.
On his 49-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
From just shy of midfield, here's second and 8. The zone read, a give to Henderson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. First down, New England.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
On first down, they go back to Henderson, and he'll lean forward, getting this to about the 35. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 35, here's second down and 6. Working out of the gun, it's May. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he gets up a first down after a gain of 7.
Gain of 8. That's another Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This ain't what you want.
On the give, it's Henderson. He'll carry this one inside the 20, into the red zone. Give him 8 on that carry.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. It just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
On second down, here's Henderson. And he will get into the end zone. Way beyond Henderson. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He's got it, and the Patriots get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10.
Chiefs 21, Patriots 10.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And showing a little versatility as he takes this one forward up to the 34, a pickup of 9.
Brings up second and a yard.
Now it's second and 1. To throw is Mahomes. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and it'll be third down.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and now you can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way. When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Here's Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chiefs have a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Just shy of midfield. To
up on a 2nd down and 8. Mahomes back. Working the right side, taken in by Rice.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick. Got him in. It's Kelsey. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelsey one more time for a Chiefs first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent.
Got him in! It's caught for the touchdown! Kenneth Walker, touchdown Chiefs. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Butker now to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The play fake, it's May. That one's down the field, but it is incomplete.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
2nd and 10. He'll get this out wide. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
To throw is May. And that is incomplete.
Barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there.
Roughing the kicker. Defense. Automatic first down.
First and 10. On play action, here's May. This throw right side is caught by him. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down. They'll go play action with May. The reception belongs to Mac Hollins. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. In motion is Hill. The middle, it's Henderson. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
At this point, we're going to need two hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 21, here's second down and 4. Here's May. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Kayshon Boutte was the one he was looking for. Third down coming up.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Third and short. And here is May. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
16 yards. That's another Patriots first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a...
And he's in. Kayshon Boutte took down New England.
That was a big-time answer by this offense, and they really needed him. In this game, it looked like he was starting to get away, didn't it, Mike? I mean, now it's up to their defense. Can they get a stop of their own so they can get their offense back out there, get the ball back, and try to build off this last drive?
Rodriguez now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Pats are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17.
Patriots 17.
So following the touchdown, Rodriguez is back to send this one away. Here comes Worthy to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. On first down, it's Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10 and a quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. That's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's complete to Rice. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space, so when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Mahomes on first down. They'll try to set up the screen here.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Mahomes now on 3rd and 2. He'll try and get there on the ground. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. On fourth down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. Officially a 29-yard attempt. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock, they don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On first and 10, here's May. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll run. It's Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
May to throw on second down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Complete to Travion Henderson. It's a gain of 6. Brings up third and
5. Here now, third and 5. Out of the gun, here's May. He's got his man. It's Hill. A gain there of 11. Good for a Patriots first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
From the 43, here's second and 9. To throw now, May. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately for him, he's able to get back on it, but it will go down as a loss on the play. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the ball. Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive. But instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Taken at the 19. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At their own 24
The Chiefs offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was brought down by Carlton Davis. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. To the left side in the hands of Rice. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Chiefs first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and it's certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And he'll get this up to the 44. Christian Ellis, they're on the stop.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Mahomes quickly out to Rice. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. And that ball incomplete.
Wise decision, especially at this stage of the game. You certainly don't want to force something and let the other guys right back into the game.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.